Good morning, everybody. We're back now. Lana's doing the background work for us. We have a guest this morning. This is Thom. Thom, I know you had a lot of meetings this morning. I really appreciate you taking the time to come by and talk to us.
No problem. I'm glad I can help.
Good, I appreciate it. As you can see, Thom has beautiful skin. Well, he's also a Rodan Fields man. I think I understand, Thom, that you mostly use the Redefine regimen.
Mostly the Redefine, yes.
Now, how did you find that? Did you like it?
Well, that's the one that really gets me the best. I have very sensitive skin, and I tried the sensitive, and it just kind of didn't work for my skin.
And you know, sometimes you find the one regimen that works best for you. That's why we have different ones to choose from. And that's part of our presentation and our consultation. We help you learn what is best for your skin. So now that you're using Redefine, tell me about some of the ways you've supplemented it and how you used it. What is your first step when you start your
Well,
skin?
it's from the Army. You do the first three are S's, and shower and shave is a part of it.
Okay. Well.
That I happen to shave in the shower. Some people like to shave at the sink. And to start there, but you can also start with a gentle cream wash. So this is from the Gentle line, and I still utilize it often. And it's used as a wash, but you let it dry up on your face. Very thin, you spread it across and let it dry. I'll also show you this. This is my basket in the morning. And
Wow.
as I use it, I go to the next basket, so I know I've already used it. So tomorrow I flip it around and go to the empty side.
And if you can't tell, he's very organized. Very organized.
Somewhat. So I showed this, but I don't always get to use this. But it's a very good thing that daily, or when you have an opportunity. But the very first thing when I get out of the shower is there are two types of reverse. So I'm using two of the reverses, but they're both toners, and you can use just one or you can use both. One of them is the Intense Brightening Toner, so brighten your complexion. And the other is a Skin Lightening Toner to lighten up. And I use that particularly for age spots. I've got one or two age spots there, and I like to get rid of those quickly. So now, as I've come out of the shower, I've lightly patted my face dry, put these two toners on.
And if I can interrupt just
Yes.
a moment, you can do that. You can mix and match the different regimens as your needs are differing. And Thom, you're doing this to brighten your skin and to do away with the age spots, and that's what that portion of that regimen does. And I'm sorry, go ahead. Continue.
No, you're great. No, wonderful. Thank you for pointing that out. The next thing I do is there's an eye brightener also.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
good.
I use the eye brightener, and if you use not the pinky but the finger next to it, that is the least strenuous that you push on your skin. So it's just a tiny dab, 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 and then just gently rub it in. That's to get away those dark circles and everything that you get. I happen to not have dark circles, but this truly works, so I continue to use this.
And that's good for the allergy eyes too, don't you think? Sometimes
Yes.
you get those circles because of allergies.
And I want to say, while you're speaking of allergies, any of this, if you have to be careful not to get it in your eyes, and you'll know if you get it in your eyes because it'll sting just slightly.
Yeah.
If you kind of close it down, close your eye down and let it kind of catch up, then you don't have a difficult problem with that.
Okay.
The next thing, this was the other cleansing mask that I alternate for the Soothe mask. This one is the better one for me. That's just for my skin. This one works wonderful. Then after I do that portion, I do this. This is the miracle juice, I would say.
Yes, I would agree with you.
And I probably use more of it than I necessarily have to, and according to the directions. I know that I use a little bit more, just because I want to stay on top of my wrinkles around the eyes as I'm getting older.
You don't have wrinkles around your eyes.
Well, because I use this.
No, I think that's true, yes.
But I am 55 years old, and
Wow.
for my skin anyway, I think it's pretty good. But I start with this. I take a tube out, and I'll show you.
And it dispenses by itself. It measures,
It
pre-measured.
already measures it, and
Yeah.
so I know exactly how much is in there. I will end up using that whole tube, but lightly. And the first thing is I get a dab near each eye on the bottom. I do this line here because these lines are strong.
Oh.
So I do a dab there and a dab there. Then I rub it all in and make sure I get all of this area for the wrinkles and down here, because as we age, we lose collagen, and this kind of helps build up the collagen and it helps your skin. It doesn't brighten your skin. And then if I need more, I'll put it on, because often when you start rubbing this in, you're rubbing it in and you've got a little left, or you can feel it on your fingertips. Go ahead and put it up on your forehead and your neck and get your neck. So that's a miracle one. That's the next step that I take.
You can't leave without it, right?
I don't. I travel with that one particularly. If I have to narrow it down, that's my number one that I would go with, a toner and this one, and you could almost get by for a short time.
And Tom, you mentioned that you shave in the shower. Do these products help you after you've shaved to soothe your skin and seal the...
They do, and they're kind of like an aftershave. They have an effect of an aftershave. So you have a little bit of burning if you're shaving your skin, but we as men, when we shave, we're already exfoliating our skin. So any of the extra masks, they're good for cleaning, and even if they're exfoliating, we're doing a lot of that in the shower, but we don't. Most people don't shave their forehead.
Yeah.
So I do all of that for that, and then they've got this next one that is the number 3, and that's the skin lightening formula. So now I've already used the other skin lightening toner. I'm going to back it up with this skin lightening brightener, which is more of a cream base. So I would open it up and get just a little bit of dab again on that second finger, and I would use that to pat around my whole face.
Okay.
And that's also very good for age spots to help.
Yes.
So it brightens your skin, and if you have any left over after you've done your face, you can always put them on your hands.
That's a
because we
great
get
idea.
age spots
Great
there, or freckles. It helps to work with freckles as well.
Good.
So it's not just age. And for that, that will be later for your hands as a hand brightening tool. But I'll put that over here, and I'll say the next part that I utilize is this cream, and it's an eye cream. When I open it up, it looks like it has just a tiny bit of color, but when you put it on your skin, it doesn't show anything. But this is great for around your eyes. So I do it along the bone line because it does travel.
Yeah.
But you can test it, and if your eyes handle it, you can bring it up a little closer to your eyes and get it all around there. And to the sides.
Yeah, typically you would never want to get it really close to the eye as any product, because it can affect your eyes and irritate them. And as Tom says, it does travel, so it's not like you're losing any effect if you don't.
Definitely. The next thing I do is, well, I'll hold off. If I have a blemish, I end up putting this on.
My word, man, you're using 3 kits at one time and very effectively.
Very effectively, thank you. No, this is it comes out from both tubes when you push it together, but this is the unblemish that I like when I feel something that might be coming up, like a pimple, possibly. I still get pimples, thank you. I put that on. Then I put the eye on. The next one is the triple defense. You have a triple defense AM, so it's AM triple defense. And you have a PM, and that's a restoration. So it's easy to see which one you use, AM or PM. PM for night, obviously, when you wash your face, which
With that.
This one is a wonderful wash at the end of the day, if you get around to it or have an opportunity to use it. Then I use this stick.
Oh, the miracle.
You can't tell on camera, but I didn't have really any eyelashes or eyebrows, and I'm starting to, these are growing out, my eyebrows. But what I was concerned about is I wanted the lashes, and that you have to be careful, and you don't need a lot of it, but you will brush it on your eyelids or eyelashes as it's closed. What I do is I go ahead and blend it out. I don't know if it's blending, but it's breaking it apart so it doesn't stick in clumps, because if you don't break it up, it'll dry as maybe a little tiny flake that most people wouldn't notice, but you would notice if you looked in the mirror yourself. So I put that on.
And you know, one thing Lana has showed us is she puts it, instead of using just the brush, she puts it on her finger and then taps it into the lash line, and then use the excess on her eyebrows. Same kind of thing you're doing, Tom.
Excellent. Put that in there. The next one is this is the SPF, and it's 50. You can use the SPF 50. They've got them in other parts. We have this one. This is a body sunscreen, so that'd be like if you're going out to the lake or going to the pool and you think you're going to be getting wet. This is the thing that you really need. I don't use this every day. I'm supposed to use it every day. All of us are supposed to guard our skin from the sun.
Yes, we are.
But I do always use it. Well, let's say I don't use it all over my face every day. I use it along my nose and my ears. Things that burn the most or fastest for me is my nose and my ears. And if I have the time and I'm not rushing, then I'll go ahead and put a light layer of the sunscreen on. It's a two-step. Once I've done, that's pretty much doing my face. This is the way I use it. I will show you one more thing, and these are the intensive renewing serums, and they're just little fish swimming along in the morning, and you just tear off the tip. This is enough, really. You could use it for morning and night. There's enough of it in there. But if you're generous to yourself and you just think you need a lot of the serum, then you would put that along your face.
And what do you find it does for you, Tom? I'm sorry to interrupt. What do you find how does it treat your skin?
Well, I have shiny, oily skin.
Okay.
And that's my first addition to it is I don't want to add something that's going to be heavy on my face or that's going to be oily. Naturally oily, so I have a natural sheen, which is nice.
We call it a glow, Tom.
A glow, thank you. But when I take this and put it on, this is the intensive renewing serum. Okay. If you don't use it in the morning, which you can use it in the morning, try to use it at night, because when you're going to sleep, it's something that's going to help while you're sleeping build up your collagen. Am I correct on that?
Yes, sir. You're doing fine with that. It repairs the damage that's been done to your skin.
And we've all, if you're my age, we've all done that and gone through different areas of being exposed to the sun where you get burned. And as a fair-skinned person, you have to be careful of that so that you don't get permanent damage that you may have to go to the doctor for. I talked about this part or not?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, sorry.
Tell us about that.
I may be going too fast.
No, you're doing fine. I will.
This is the active hydration serum. Now, I'll show you. Mine is almost empty because I go through this so fast. And that's going to be for your arms and your elbows. You can use it all the way up. You can do it around your neck, arms and elbows. And I don't do my thighs very often, but if you need to hydrate your thighs better, I do it from the knee down and hide that. So I don't know what you call it, kind of that flaky, ashy part.
Yeah, it's dry skin.
Dry skin.
Yeah.
It shows, but this takes it away. This really helps repair.
This is a great product.
It's a wonderful product that I go through frequently. And then, as I mentioned earlier, there's this brightening hand treatment.
Yes.
I put that on at the end. I rub it on my hands and I get it all the way up through my fingers. If you've got extra that you put on your hand, because I put a little dab here and a little dab there, then you roll it up your arm, because we often have either the freckles that we want to get rid of or the age spots that we would like to tone down. Now, it doesn't happen overnight, but as you utilize the product, you'll notice the difference fairly soon when you don't see the dots or the blemish items or damaged skin goes away.
Well, now, Tom, I would like to ask you something. You've given us a good routine here, and we see that you can mix the regimens and after you become familiar with them and use it as you need. A lot of people think they don't have time to do all of this. How would you respond to that? How long does it take you to do your morning routine?
It takes me, I'm used to it, so it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes. And I can, if I'm not shaving that day, that would include shower time. If I'm shaving, that slows me down, and then do this for about 15 minutes. The last part after you've done your hands, is you're going to add this. It looks like a stick of deodorant, and it kind of is greasy a little bit, but it's not greasy at all. It's just, it's a thick lotion that you just brush into your hands, and that really absorbs and keeps your hands moist more so throughout the day. And you can use this throughout the day.
And that goes along with the lotion you were talking about for your hands to brighten and lighten any
Do
blemishes
the bright
on
and
it.
lighten and top with this. And if you
Yes.
don't get a chance to do this, at
Do
least
that.
do that.
Carry that with you if you
Yes.
have a place you can put it. It's really that good. Well, Tom, are you seeing any difference in your skin since you started using Rodan Fields products?
I am tremendously. I'm so thankful because someone in my family started using it before me, and I noticed the difference right away.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't do anything for about a year. It's
Yeah.
just like, that's their thing. I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
And until I really was noticing the difference, I said, hey, let me try. And I tried not thinking too much, and then all of a sudden I'm pleasantly surprised at how
good.
well it works for me.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, just remember, folks, that good skin is not just for women. It's for men and everyone else. Tom, thank you so much for visiting with us today.
Thank you, Virginia.
All right. Well, we look forward to another status report as you continue to use our good
Certainly.
products.
Thank you.
Guys, I think thank you for your time today, and we'll see you another day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.